Good morning, pugilist fanatics, beautiful spirits. It's Myron Magnus and another segment of Boxing Logics United. Tony Harrison, Jermell Charlo, running back episode was awesome. Was absolutely awesome and a great idea. A great idea. That PBC segment is awesome. Where you have both fighters analyzing a fight and giving a retake with their own words and perspective how that fight went, what was going on by each fighter, and their perspective for the fight. I must say, Jermell Charlo, from what we saw, or from what was showed in the running back by PBC, okay, of your comment, should I say, your comments on the running back program about the fight and how it went, made you look a little bit delusional, son. Sir, my apologies. Make you look kind of delusional, you know? You did some good work in there. But wasn't quite enough. Applying pressure, forcing a fight is good, that was something that you reiterate about, you know, about fighting like a champion, taking it to him. But it wasn't effective aggressiveness because Tony Harrison was slipping, moving, and sticking. Okay? Taunting, arm waving, after you got connected with a good punch, like Tony Harrison pointed out, does not win boxing matches. That bravado goes, or should I say, the bravado is meaningless if you are not able to get to your opponent. Okay? Tony Harrison did a masterful boxing job. The main thing that got me is after it was said and done, you showed no humility and you said you was the best fighter in the world. You could do things that no other fighter can do, etc., etc. Well, if that was the case, Mr. Jermell Charlo, you didn't show it during that fight because you was not able to get to Tony Harrison and force your will on him. Tony Harrison's perspective of the fight, by what was shown to us, looked a lot more accurate than the perspective of the fight that you showed or that you shared from what was shown to us. So the bravado was good, but the bravado is cheap and empty if you cannot perform to the best of your ability. If you don't have the tools, the skills, the experience to prove to the boxing fans, whether they're diehards or casuals, that you are as good as you say you are. So my prediction for the Tony Harrison and Jermell Charlo fight is this. Jermell Charlo is going to show more of what he showed the last fight. If he has not showed or improved significantly since the last fight, on with his ability to close the distance and connect, to set up traps, to come in with different angles rather than straight ahead like a bull, only to get sidestepped and pieced by Tony Harrison. Also, Tony Harrison needs to inflict more damage on Charlo early to gain his respect, so that Charlo do not bull rush him, come in, and look to knock him the slam F out. Pretty simple. But I'm sure easier said than done, because Charlo will be looking to come back in this fight and make an emphatic statement. And I'm sure Tony Harrison is coming to do exactly the same thing. But Tony Harrison need to lay some wood on Jermell Charlo in order to do that. Jermell Charlo looks like he has a very good chin. And he looked like he could throw good combinations, very good combinations, with a stationary fighter. So I do believe Tony Harrison will implement much of the same strategy he did in the first fight. And perhaps so that it's more convincing. Although the last fight was unanimous, but you never know how this boxing game goes. He will have to step in and make his power felt. So to be honest with you, after all this is said and done, I think that Jermell Charlo squeaks out this win by perhaps a TKO in the 8th round. If he doesn't, I give another unanimous decision to Tony Harrison. This is Myron Magnus in another segment of Boxing Logics United. Like, subscribe, share. Peace and pugilism to you all. One love.